It's Happy Hug Your Hound Day! Hey everyone, I am just finishing a run this morning with my little happy hound Shima here. She's a little happy hound. Yeah, she likes to run. And it is Happy Hug Your Hound Day. So if you have a dog, post a picture of your dog, you hugging your dog today on this post. Love to see you and your dog. And it's just a perfect opportunity to talk about how a little bit of dog training can actually teach us a lot about walking the path, being on the personal growth path, the spiritual path. My pup here, Shima is her name, is just over 2 years old, and we have spent a lot of time training her, and I have to give, actually, I wish I could take the credit for it, but it's actually Tim, my husband, who's done most of the training. And like I said, you can learn a lot about yourself from training your dog, that's for sure, but there are some things about dog training that teach us about the spiritual path. And so I'm going to give you just a few little things, but I actually created a handout of 10 ways that dog training your dog actually teaches us something about our own life and walking the path, which you can download for free. There should be a link somewhere below this video. It's just a Google Doc, so you can open up the Google Doc, download it. You don't need to do an email or anything like that. So the first thing that training a dog teaches you is that you need to have regular practice, right? So I have this show called The Power of Practice. And we know that in order to make progress, to transform, we have to have practice. And it's the same, obviously, if you've had a dog. If you have a dog, you know that you have to be on it. You have to be on it every day, not even every day, but like every minute of every day for the first several months. And it's really no different when you're learning a new practice yourself, when you are maybe you're learning how to meditate, or you're learning some type of new practice. It doesn't come easy, and it doesn't happen just like that. You need regularity. You have to be consistent with it. And if you're not, then you'll be like one of those people who has a dog that isn't very well trained, and they say come or sit, and the dog doesn't even listen to them at all. Our mind is sort of like that, isn't it? If we don't train it well and we're telling it to come and sit and stay still, it won't do it unless we train it. So regular practice. So the second thing is that you have to pace yourself. When you're learning something new on the path, on the spiritual path, you need to take it little chunks at a time, and it's those little chunks at a time that are going to have a compound effect. When we were training this pup here, our trainer told us, look, you can't expect her to just come and sit right away. When you're training her, you have to do all these little things first, right? In order, you use a leash and you pull them, and then you have them sit, and then you teach them all these little tiny steps. You break it down, so that finally they understand what come, sit, stay means. Well, it's the same thing with your practice. You want to take it in little baby steps. If you try to do it all at once, it's going to be really super frustrating. I always use that same example for when I used to be a personal trainer, when I would train people to do Ironman triathlons. Like, look, you can't go out and train for an Ironman by doing a marathon. No, you start with 1 mile, then 2 miles, then 3, you work up to it. So same thing with practice. And then the third thing is really super important, is you have to expect that you're going to have off days. Not every day is going to be perfect in walking the path, and when you're on the path and doing your practice, just like in the beginning when you're training your dog, some days they're really great, and it seems like, wow, they're really making progress with their training, and then the next day you're like, what the heck happened? It's like they totally didn't even learn anything. We're sort of the same way. We have up days and down days, and there will be days, for instance, if you're doing your yoga practice and you're on the mat, or you're out for a run, or you're meditating, and you're just not going to be into it. Maybe if you're meditating, your mind is going to be all over the place. You're not going to be able to drop in and relax and concentrate and, you know, go into that place of expansion, or you're on the mat and you're just feeling like, God, my body's totally not into it. That's okay. Like, you have to let yourself have those days and not be attached to it. In the same way you can't get mad at your pup when they have an off day either. Pups are humans too, you know. Pups are people too. Anyhow, that is just a little fun video I wanted to make for you today with Hug Your Hound Day. Again, post a picture of you and your pup. I'd love to see it. Download the video, sorry, not the video, download the sheet, the PDF of the 10 ways to find out the other 7 ways that training your dog is like walking your path. See you later. Bye. Are you ready to go on a run?